Is it cheating? So I've had this girl message me on Facebook telling me she slept with my boyfriend. Obviously I didn't believe her, but I asked her to describe his room and she described every inch in detail, including a small little lettering on his wall. I confronted him about it and he told me that she's just being spiteful. He wasn't even at the place she was describing. She met him, that he showed me his card transactions and he wasn't there. But I just can't get it out of my head about how accurately she described his room. It's insane. Do you think she was being spiteful and knew someone that slept with him that just want to fuck with the both of us, or do you think she actually did? Just an update. I can't do this anymore. Too many people saying different things. I feel like I'm not getting the truth from him. I looked through his phone. I am disgusted. He has screenshots from Snapchat of girls' nudes. No photos of me, telling his friends I'm a naive bitch head over heels for him. He has been lying and saying he isn't doing drugs when he has sent his mates Facebook videos and they're saved in his phone. He was messaging girls telling them he was having relo problems and love reacting each comment from the girls. Just an update. I can't do this anymore. Too many people saying different things. I feel like I'm not getting the truth from him. I looked through his phone. I am disgusted. He has screenshots from Snapchat of girls' nudes. No photos of me, telling his friends I'm a naive bitch head over heels for him. He has been lying and saying he isn't doing drugs when he has sent his mates Facebook videos and they're saved in his phone. He was messaging girls telling them he was having relo problems and love reacting each comment from the girls. Oh, I'm sorry op. It's shitty and sucks, but at least now you are in a position to make your own choices. I'm really sorry. I hated realizing how duplicitous some people really are. This guy was trash and now you are empowered to deal with it. Let yourself feel shitty, but don't be hard on yourself either. It happened to us. We want to believe the best of people. If your BF has no explanation for why that girl would be spiteful to him and he's not showing any concerns, the simplest explanation would be the girl was telling the truth. You should heed your own advice and run for the hills. Is it impossible to imagine that girls who find out they slept with someone in another relationship would actually feel bad and want to let that person know? I would want someone to tell me if my partner cheated, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. I've always been on the receiving end of cheating, but when I was on the end where I found out I was the mistress, I told the girl, and she got so angry with me and cussed me out left and right, calling me a liar. I left it at that, but I was happy to have that off my mind. 2 years later I get a long text from her apologizing profusely and thanking me for telling her her boyfriend was convincing her I was lying, until she finally realized I hadn't lied to her at all. Personally, I'd always want to know. He is lying. If someone told my partner I had cheated, I would be tracking them down and getting them to tell the truth. Your boyfriend sounds like he doesn't care that she said this to you. I think he is just trying to plead innocent and hoping you are gullible enough to believe him. So are you going to believe him? If he gets away with this time, then next time it's on you. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Well, your boyfriend's story is a lot easier to pick apart than hers. He could have just paid cash, and thus no card transaction, or someone else paid for him, or anything really. Girlfriend cheated. My son isn't mine, but I can't lose him too. Everything feels like it's falling apart. It's only been a couple weeks barely, but in my brain it still feels like it happened a few moments ago. I'm 27 and my girlfriend since high school cheated on me. She wasn't even the one to tell me. Her best friend had a huge fight with her that ended their friendship, and to retaliate, she told me my girl cheated on me with this guy years ago. I remember the asshole too. We literally went to his funeral 3 years ago. Now I feel sick knowing the truth. My girlfriend came out and told me everything. She hooked up with him all the time before my son was born. When I asked if my son was mine, she admitted she wasn't sure. I couldn't take it. I had to leave and I've been staying at my brother's house ever since. She keeps begging me to come back so we can work on our relationship. I decided to get a paternity test done and I just learned today he's not my son. I still can't believe it. My mind is everywhere with this. Now that she knows I'm not his dad, she's telling me we need to work on us or I won't get to see him. She's literally using my son to convince me to get back with her. It's so hard believing this was someone I thought I was so in love with. Now I just feel hurt. When I think about never seeing my son again, my heart starts pounding and it's like I can't breathe. I can't lose him. My son means everything to me. He's the best thing to ever happen to me and I love him more than anything in my life. He's only 7 years old. I'd kill if I can live without him, but she's only giving me the choice to get back together with her. She's only letting me talk to him for a few minutes at night on FaceTime before she tries to talk about our relationship. He says he misses me and I miss him like crazy too. I don't know what to do about this. I don't care about biology or that he's not my blood. I just want my son. Jesus, what kind of monster is this woman? Obviously is only concerned about herself. Like, how do I raise this kid on my own? Type thinking about herself all the time, money, etc. It will drain her. Of course she wants you there to help. So she is using the kid she has lied to you about for 7 years as leverage. Again, monster. Yes, get some legal advice. Did you sign the birth certificate? That might give you some leverage. Yes, my name is on the birth certificate. Does that mean it's possible I could fight for custody of him or at least still be in his life? I don't want to get back together with her at all. Depending on what state you live in, there is such thing as a psychological father, meaning you have been in the child's life, held yourself out to be the father and provided for the child as your own. The state I'm in, Colorado, will recognize a psychological father in court. I'm not an attorney, but I am a paralegal for a child support attorney, and actually deal with this kind of thing a lot. Seek legal advice and definitely petition the courts for some kind of custody. Good luck. That little boy is so lucky to have you as his daddy. Are most states like that if you've been a dad to your kid their whole life? My name is on his birth certificate and I've been providing for him this whole time. That would help if I went to court over this. I don't live in Colorado, I'm in California, so I'm not sure if it's something common in other places. Honestly, I'd seek legal advice. For all intents and purposes you're that boy's dad and you both deserve to be able to have a relationship, regardless of if you're with his mother, which by the sounds of things you don't want to be. It's pretty sick of her to treat you this way. I'm very sorry you're stuck in this situation. But really, legal advice and maybe some talk therapy for you to be able to express how you're feeling, because this is a lot to be dealing with. Heart. I can't believe she would do this to me. First she cheated and lied, but now she won't let me see my son if I don't get back with her. That's too much for me. I can't get back with her ever. I just want to have a way to still be in my son's life. Thank you for this. I'll try to see what legal help I can find. /surviving infidelity. Hug. My wife and I have been having massive disagreement over me wanting to get cosmetic plastic surgery for something that I've been self-conscious about since puberty. It's putting a lot of stress on our relationship. Me and my wife have been married 3 years and together for 7. We have a very good relationship and rarely argue. This is probably the first thing we've argued about since before we got engaged. I have gynecomastia, which is a condition that pretty much leaves me with breast tissue. I have no other issues, no hormonal issues. I actually have a pretty high testosterone count. It doesn't cause any pain. I have a very small case and I just have swollen nipples and a little bit of tissue on my chest. I'm not fat and I work out very often and have a good body otherwise. I've had gynecomastia since I was 13 and it's bugged me since. I was so self-conscious that my wife didn't see me fully shirtless until maybe our 2nd year together. She said she doesn't care about it and we've just never talked about it. I have been saving up for surgery to fix this. It isn't cheap, and I just got a new job that will cover some of the cost. Because I can now afford it, I want to get it. My wife on the other hand, doesn't want me to. She said that she loves my body the way it is and really doesn't want me to change it. She said she loves my chest and doesn't want it to be any different. Thanked her but said I wanted to do it for me. She said exactly, "I'd hurt me if you did this to me." I asked what she meant by to her. She clarified that if I went against her wishes and changed my body it'd hurt her. This spring the argument and it hasn't been resolved. My argument was that it's my body, hers was that she doesn't want a big part of her husband's body to change. I really don't know how to resolve this. I'm doing this for me because I want to feel better about myself. I've wanted this since I was a teenager. This isn't something I'm doing to you. I would really appreciate your support, but this is happening whether I have it or not. Maybe if she went with you to the plastic surgeon's office, she can see a computerized image of the final result and realize the change won't be as much as she fears and relax about the whole thing. Your body, your choice. She can go to therapy if she can't get over that. I'm a woman who had breast reduction surgery while in a long-term relationship, so in a way I can really relate to this. I had huge boobs, 32 ff, at a normal healthy weight, and also was self-conscious since puberty. I was known in high school as the girl with the huge tits. I finally got breast reduction at 24 after wanting it since my teens. I had my first consultation with a plastic surgeon at 16. They took a total of 2.5 pounds off and reduced the material of my breasts by half. I'm now a 32dd, which sounds big but is so tiny compared to before. It's a huge relief. As far as relationships go, my partner was supportive but admitted he felt weird and uncomfortable at first. And I think what it really came down to was this: he felt safe in our relationship because we loved and accepted each other, flaws and all. If I was intent on changing my flaws, if I couldn't even accept my own body, what if I couldn't accept his? What if I wanted him to try and achieve some kind of perfection too? What if he couldn't keep up? I wonder if your wife has some physical insecurities of her own this is bringing up for her. It is your body, your rules. She has no say. It's pretty scummy that she turned this into a thing you'd be doing to her. Are you sure it's only because she likes your body? Could it be financial insecurity? It's wonderful that your wife is happy and loves you the way you are. That being said, only you can make that decision for yourself. I can say your body, your choice, but that's obvious. What my argument would be is that it's not about your physical appearance as much as it's for your mental health. I feel that this has bothered you for a long time and has even affected your self-esteem. Hopefully if you present it to her as mental health, she will support you unconditionally. I hope the best for you, Op.